everybody, it's your girl Jane V, aka the Common Sense Diva, and I'm here to start my series on Heal Yourself. And I'm super excited because this video is way long overdue, and I just couldn't wait, but I needed things to be in place before I came and shared with you my news about, as you can see from the title, how I was able to heal myself of diabetes with 5 simple steps, and I am here to share my simple steps with you. So, before we even get started, if you like me, if you like the content I provide, and you would like to hear more about it, just hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and give me a thumbs up too. That would be really, really cool. So let me give you a little backstory before we even get into the meat and the potatoes of the thing. So, basically, November 6th in 2019, I went in for a checkup, and at the checkup, I had already taken some blood work, and when I went is when my doctor informed me that I was now a full-blown diabetic. Now, before then, I was diagnosed as a pre-diabetic, but because that wasn't familiar to me, because it wasn't something that ran in my family, I didn't take it that seriously. I was like, okay, well, that just means I could, do whatever I want because I'm pre, until I went in and she told me I was a full-blown, and the world stopped right at that minute. I was like, excuse me, what? I'm what? Come again? And so, we took my weight, and I was 209 pounds. That is the most I had ever been as far as stepping on scale. I probably could have been that weight before, but I hadn't stepped on the scale. But when I actually saw the 2, the 0 and the 9, I said, oh, no, because up until then, I was never, I never got over 200 pounds. So the combination of the 209 pounds along with the diabetes, like, my world spun around, and all I saw was no fingers, no toes, and no legs. And I'm sorry if that has happened to you, but like, as for me, I was like, no, I can't see that. That's not my future plan. Like, how you project your future and you see yourself in the future. I saw myself with all 10 fingers and 10 toes and both legs. Okay, so I was just like, okay, well, Jane, you're going to have to come to a decision. Because, see, that's the way I work. Like, I could be doing something, like, wrong for years, and then one day I just get a wake-up call, and I instantly change. And that's what happened with me on that day, November 6, 2019. I was like, oh, no. I have to make changes. And I was like, what do I need to do? So before I even get into my 5 tips of what I did once I heard the diagnosis, I just want to put the disclaimer out. I am not a nutritionist. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not any of those other titles. I'm just a woman that wants to come and share my story, give my information about the steps I took to heal myself, and hopefully if it resonates with you, then you also could do the same thing. Okay, so after I was told about my diagnosis, I immediately went into, I decided I wasn't going to take medication because I felt like I was in that situation at my own hands. And because of that, I was like, no, I'm not taking any medication. I got myself into this. I'm going to get myself out. But my doctor went ahead and prescribed the medication, and I actually did go and fill it, but I never used not one pill. In fact, I'm going to pop up a picture and show you where it is, nice and neat in a little box, stuffed in a drawer, never to be used except for this video. Okay, so what happened was I went home that day after telling her I wasn't going to do anything, and now the steps come into play. So these are my 5 steps of what I did to lower my diabetes, my A1C, and to heal myself. So the first thing I did when I left that day, like literally, I came home and threw out everything that looked like it had sugar in it, sugar adjacent, sugar potential, anything that had it, I threw it out. I was like, that's it. Because I knew it was like dire for me. So I knew I needed to make a change immediately. It wasn't like I didn't need no counseling. I didn't need to talk to anybody. I just knew that I was diagnosed and I needed to make a change immediately. So that's exactly what I did. I came home. I threw everything out. I threw anything that looked like I said, sugar or anything like that had to go. And then the next thing I did, which was number 2, wait, let me look at my notes, y'all, so I can make sure I'm saying these things right, okay? Number 2 was I researched natural healing alternatives. So what did I do? I go to dusty, trusty YouTube, and I put in how to heal yourself from diabetes naturally. And as a result, like a plethora of videos came up, and I gravitated towards two content creators. That was Dr. Berg and Dr. Fung. And the two of those men together with their information about, ways to healing yourself of different types of diseases and things like that just changed my life, and they have now become my virtual doctors. I'm going to include all the links to anything that I'm talking about as far as suggestions or any of that will be in the description, okay? So I discovered them, and after watching tons and tons of videos, it just made sense, like everything they were talking about, as far as intermittent fasting, lowering your carb diet, keto diet, everything they were saying just made a lot of sense to me, and I just decided immediately to take action. So that day is when I started to, probably the next day at this point, but I made a decision that I was just going to change my entire way of eating, my entire lifestyle, and here we are. So the next thing I did, number 3, okay? Are you keeping up? Number 3 is a healthy life and eating plan. That's what I had to discover and do, basically. So what I did was I decided to do the intermittent fasting. So there are different ways that you can intermittent fast. Like they have the, 1 meal a day, or skip a day every other day, 16 and 8. It's so many different ways to get to the desired results that you want. So what I did was I decided to do the 16 and 8 method. So basically what that is I eat for 8 hours a day and I fast for 16. And so normally my plan is I start eating at noon and then I go to 8 p.m. But even within that window, I don't go overboard. I usually just have one big meal and maybe do healthy snacks throughout that time, but I keep it within that 8-hour window. It's just really important, because what I've learned is that, when you have a time that you eat and a time you rest, your body is actually digesting and rebuilding itself and getting rid of toxins and getting rid of bad cells, and it's just so many things that's happening when you give your body a rest. And I didn't really know that before, and I had to realize that if you're eating all day, when does your body get a break? When does your body get to say, whew? When does it ever do that if you're just eating constantly? So I realized that I need to change up the way I was eating. And it's funny because as a result, you would think, oh no, you got to eat breakfast, you got to do this, you got to do that. After adopting this plan of eating, I'm not even as hungry as much anymore. I could go a whole day and eat a salad, and if that's all I'm going to eat, I just go to sleep, and then that's it, and I just start again the next day. And your body, believe it or not, gets adjusted to it, because when I first started, I was very addicted to sugar, I was addicted to carbs, I was addicted to so many things, and I thought, oh my goodness, am I ever going to be able to do this? But believe it or not, once you get the ball rolling, your body takes over, and you can put that stuff aside and just live a healthy life. It is definitely possible. And if you are sugar addicted out there, there are so many alternatives to sugar. There are things that you could try, monk fruit, swerve. There's so many things and so many recipes that you can find that you could adopt for the things that you were eating that were bad for you. And I'm definitely going to be doing some videos letting you guys know what you can do, some alternatives, because I made some bomb cookies. Oh yes, I did. I made some bomb cornbread, and I will definitely let you guys know about that, okay? And the other thing that I do to incorporate my wellness is I go walking. I don't do a whole bunch of exercise in terms of weights and things like that, but I love to walk. I love to be in nature. So I find myself, I'll go to the beach, I'll go on the boardwalk, I'll go around my park, with anything that could just get me in nature, I've done. And believe it or not, I'm starting to see results. I can see a little definition coming, and it really, really works. So that was number 3. It's just a healthy eating and, eating plan and a healthy life in general. Number 4 was I started preparing my meals at home, because as you know, when you go out to eat, you're not really 100%, sure of what is being put in your food. You know what I mean? In terms of carbs and sugar and things like that. So I just decided, I made the choice that if I'm going to do this the right way for me, I was going to have to make my meals at home. So I already knew how to cook, but since I've become, aware, I've become a really good cook. I really have. And seriously, like I even like my food sometimes better than the food I get when I go out, and that's real talk, because I realize that I'm in control of the flavoring of the things that I put in my food and things like that. And so I really prefer my food, even though of course I still like going out, but I really appreciate what I make at home. So I've gotten some tons of like keto recipes, because the thing is with keto, even though you're not eating carbs, there's still tons of stuff you can eat that's, you know, healthy for you, and it will still, you know, rebuild your body. So I found tons of recipes. Don't worry, I'm going to be including that in subsequent episodes. But I just learned how to cook. I learned how to cook healthy meals. I enjoy it now. You know, I'm doing my thing. I found my way around that kitchen, and I'm super excited about it. And so that is definitely something that if you put your mind to, you know, you could just read a recipe, and if you can follow directions, before you know it, you'll just be incorporating your own little thing. You'll be adding this, taking away that, adding a little bit more of that. And before you know it, you become really proficient at making meals that don't require sugar or excessive carbs, okay? So then number 5, I found a support group. Finding a support group is really, really important, just to keep you motivated, to keep you lifted, to keep you, you know, on the right path to your journey. And I found a group on Facebook. I'm going to include the link on the in the description. It's Blackhairgrows Keto 2 on Facebook, and it's a page with thousands of women who are sharing their stories of weight loss. They're sharing recipes. Sometimes they feel a little discouraged, and then we are there to help them out and to pick them up and to let them know it's going to be okay. You know, keep doing it. You know, you could give your stories. You know, people give their stories, because I mean, I have a story to tell as well, because sometimes like the women will be losing like 30 pounds in a week, and I'm like, wait a minute. 30 pounds in a week. Like, how y'all doing that? I'm not doing that. But then I realized everybody's different. Like, if you started out at 400 pounds, 30 pounds in a week is doable, because a lot of times that's water weight. So a lot of times there's common sense that you have to, you know, invoke in this as well. And just know, like, I wasn't huge to start, but I needed to do it. And the weight is coming down slowly, but it is coming down. And I feel amazing. Like, seriously, I feel so, like, energy. Like, I could literally jump out of bed. Like, I could just, as soon as I wake up, bam, just out. I'm out of bed. Wait, my hair's falling down. Hold on. Wait, I'm trying to look cute for the video. Wait, my hair's falling down. Hold on, give me a minute. All right, if y'all see a little hangage, that, you know. So I can jump out of bed in the morning. I remember when I would bend down and pick up stuff, I'm always, I don't do that anymore. I can go walking. I just feel lighter. Even when I eat like a big lunch or a big dinner, I still feel light. I never have that itis, you know, that feeling of like I'm about to curl up on the couch and go to sleep after I ate. I really don't feel that anymore. And that's all because of the changing in my diet. I mean, I'm regular when I go to the bathroom. Is that TMI? But I am regular. You know, I drink lots of water. I do all those things, and it has really, 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 really changed my life. So let me just give you guys the update. So as of this video, as of me taping a few days ago, I went and got blood work done. And this I didn't tell you. So when I first went in, I had an A1C. If you guys are familiar with that, you could just look it up and research your A1C. That's just how they, do the levels of the glucose in your system. My A1C was a 7.8. Okay, so that's right, like crossing into diabetes. So I'm in there, but it's not like crazy. Like, it's not like a 15. So it was a 7.8, but that was still too much, because diabetes is diabetes. Don't get it twisted. So I was just like, okay. So the next time I went in for blood work, which was, okay, that was November 6th, I told you, right? December 19th, I went in after doing blood work again. I went in and my A1C had dropped down to a 6.8, okay? In like a little more than 30 days. It had dropped down to 6.8, and then after it dropped down, I had already lost 10 pounds. So I was 209 and I had lost 10 pounds. So I was like 199. And my doctor said to me, like, what are you doing? Like, she was really amazed at the fact that I was able to do this, because I was really determined. I don't know if she really believed me or not, but I was just like, she was like, oh, what are you doing? And I was like, intermittent fasting and keto, diet, low carb diet. And she said to me, keep up the good work. And I was like, how many times have you said that to people, child? But she was like, keep up the good work. And that made me feel even better. That made me feel even more determined. And then I went and got blood work about a week or so ago. And I was, I got the results back. Thank goodness. We could go online now, check things right away. We love that. And my A1C is now a 5.6, y'all. So check it out. Check it out. Check it out. I am below, okay, the diabetes spectrum. So I was able to do that from November, and now we're in July. And I was able to lower my A1C, change the way I'm eating. I've lost 25 pounds. I'm definitely going to be adding pictures all through this video. I've lost 25 pounds. I feel amazing. And it's something that if you're struggling, if you were just diagnosed, or if you are diabetic, these are the steps that I took. And it's something that you can do too. I was just drastic because I was eating so horribly for so long that I just made the change once I got the diagnosis. But you can make a change today. It could be something as simple like just drinking, instead of like 5 sodas, maybe 4 sodas and 1 cup of water. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's whatever plan you decide to go with that works within your realm of reality. Go for that. Start today. There's no need to wait. And you'll see the results, because I did. And I believe in that taking control of your life and your health is what's going to get you through life. And it's going to get you through life with a better attitude, a better outlook, because it definitely changes your outlook and attitude once you decide to make the decision that you're in control of your life and you're in control of your health. Okay. So thank you guys so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I'm so happy that I was able to get this video out to you. Definitely follow me, follow this whole series of healing yourself, because I'm going to be touching on everything. I'm going to be touching on things that I faced in my body that surprised me. I'm going to be showing you some meals. I'm going to be doing a few things just so you guys can see exactly my life changes, and hopefully you can follow along with me. So again, this is your girl Jane B, aka the Common Sense Diva. Definitely subscribe and give me a thumbs up and hit the notification bell, okay? So until the next time, I'll see you guys. Bye.